This is the teacher Haris Bhatt, and you are seeing my YouTube channel, Learn Accounting with Sir Haris. Today we are going to solve a question from AS Level Accounting 9706 from Marginal Costing. This is going to be the last question of CVP analysis, cost, volume, profit analysis. And this question has come in May-June 2022. May-June 2022. Remember this, that this paper has not been given by anyone, because this is the 2020 is the year when Corona was there, and the paper teacher assessed grades has been given to the students. So they have launched the paper, they have uploaded the paper, Cambridge has uploaded the paper, but it has not been, taken anywhere in the world. So D Limited manufactures a single product at one of its factories. The following information is available about 1 unit of production. Selling price $69. Direct material 2 kg at the rate of 3.3 per kg. Direct labor 5.2 hours at the rate of 8.3 per hour. Other variable cost 2.24. Factory fixed cost are 3,74,000 per annum. And factory has the capacity to make 28,000 units per annum in normal working condition. So in normal working condition, a factory has the capacity to make 28,000 units. It can produce 28,000 units easily. Let's move forward. Calculate the contribution per unit. So let's calculate the contribution per unit. That is selling price minus variable cost per unit. So can you please tell me? Selling price is 69 minus 2 into 3.3, 6.6 direct material. And what is the amount of direct labor per unit? 5.2 into 8.3. जी बताइएगा सी
43.16
जी 43.1
43.16
yeah 43.16 and minus 2.24 is going to be the other variable cost. So you can subtract it. 69 minus 6.6 minus 43.16 and minus 2.24.
17
17 is the contribution per unit. So we have calculated the contribution per unit for this particular part. Second part is this: the annual target profit for this factory is 50,000. So basically we want to achieve a target profit of 50,000 during the year ended 31st December 2019. 24,500 units were made and sold, and the target profit was not achieved. Means that we have produced 24,500 units which have been made and sold, and the target profit was not achieved, which is 50,000. Calculate by how much the target profit was not achieved for the year ended 31st December 2019. So he's saying that calculate by how much the target profit was not achieved for the year ended 31st December 2019. We can calculate we know that the contribution is going to be 24,500 units multiplied by 17, because we have already calculated contribution per unit. So what is the total contribution? Because currently we are producing 24,500 units.
416,500
416,500 and less fixed cost, which is going to be remain the same, that is 3,74,000. Either we are producing 28,000 units or 24,500, or at any level, we believe that fixed cost will not change, it will remain the same. So what is going to be the profit?
42,500
Sorry?
42,500
42,500. So by how much the target profit is not achieved? Minus 50,000. So that is 7,500. So by $7,500, the target profit was not achieved. Either we could have produced or sold units a little bit more, then we could have achieved our target profit of 50,000. But currently we are having 42,500 of profit. So by 7,500, amount of $7,500, the target profit was not achieved. Next, the directors are considering two options to increase demand for the product above the current level of 24,500. So directors are considering two options, that we want to increase demand for the product above the current level of 24,500 units, because currently we are producing 24,500. and the current factory capacity of 28,000 units, that can also be increased, could increase by a maximum of 20% by the use of overtime. So we can increase the capacity of our current factory capacity can also be increased by 20% with overtime. So 28,000 multiplied by 20%, that is going to be 5,600. So now the capacity is going to be 28,000 plus 5,600. So that is going to be 33,600. This is going to units is going to be the capacity if we are going to use overtime. But currently we are producing 24,500 units. Okay. So option A, let's discuss option A. Reduce the selling price of the product by $3 per unit. So option A suggests that reduce the selling price of the product by $3 per unit. Let's go back. So the selling price was 69. So we are reducing
69.
it by 3. So that is going to be 66. Okay. Next. Demand will increase by 40% on 2019 level. Right? So demand is going to increase 40% on 2019 level. So what was 2019 level? It was 24,500. Sir, how do you know? Let me show you. This is 24,500. This is 2019 level. So that is the current production capacity or current production we are going for. So demand has increased by 40% because of the reduction in the selling price. So 24,500 multiplied by 40%. What is the amount? And because of these units, our
9,800.
9,800, there is increase in demand plus 24,500.
3,4,300.
4,500. So that is going to be 300 units. That is going to be our demand. So my question is this: are we able to produce and sell according to our demand? Is it possible? Do we able to produce and sell according to our demand?
No.
No. How come? Let me show you
No.
first. Let me show you afterwards. Suppliers of material will provide an additional discount of 5%. So material cost will decrease by 5%. It was, let me show you, it was 6.6, but now it will decrease by 5%. So what is 5% of 6.6?
0.33.
0.33 minus कर दें
6.27.
6.6 minus 0.33, it is equal to 6.27. So this is going to be our direct material for option A. Fixed cost will not affect it. That will remain the same. Same is the case with direct labor. Direct labor for the current factory capacity will remain at 24,000, will remain at the same direct labor cost, but overtime will be paid at 1.25. Overtime means that after producing 28,000 units, the extra units, whatever we are going to produce, they will be paid at 1.25 the basic rate of direct labor. But first discuss that why we are not able to sell the demand which has been created because of the decrease in selling price, 34,300, 300, because our factory capacity was 28,000 and it has been increased by 20% and now it is 33,600. We can't produce and sell more than 33,600. Even if our demand is 34,300, we will still sell and produce 33,600 units because that is our capacity. We can't do more than that. Direct labor, if we talk about what is the direct labor. So we'll solve the question for option A as per 33,600 units, not by 34,300 units. So direct labor is going to be 43.16, right, for 28,000 units, which is the normal thing. And the direct labor for the extra units, that is 43.16 into 1.5. So what is going to be? Because that will increase for the extra units. And extra units, how much they are? They are 5,600. So 43.16 into 1.5.
64.7.
See, let me show again. Overtime will be paid 1.25 times the basic rate. So the basic rate is, just a minute. The basic rate is 3.3. Oh, sorry, 8.3. So hours are going to be used at the same level, which is 5.2. But this 8.3 is going to be paid by 1.25. I think the answer will remain the same, but can you check it? 8.3 into 1.25 multiply 5.2. What is the answer? I repeat again. 8.3 into 1.25 into 5.2.
53.95.
53.95. Okay. So that is not going to be 43.16. Let me show you again. 28,000 units per annum is the normal working condition, and the overtime is going to be paid at 1.25 times the basic rate. So 5.2 multiplied by, what is the basic rate? 8.3 into 1.5. So that is going to be the direct labor for the overtime units. What is this? What is the amount?
53.95.
53.95, and that is for 5,600 units, which are going to be produced more than the current factory capacity, or by the use of overtime, because the factory capacity has been increased by 20% by the use of the overtime, and the overtime units, for those units we are supposed to pay more direct labor per hour, which is 1.25 the basic rate. So 8.3 into 1.25 and 5.2 hours per unit it will take. Other variable cost 2.24 will remain the same. So I will write here other variable cost 2.24. Okay. Now let's go back. That what is going to be the question. Option B we'll discuss later on. Calculate the amount of annual profit if the director choose option A. So it's very important that you should consider that we are going for annual profit, okay, not monthly. This question does not require us to solve the question monthly. We have to solve it annual basis. So let's do that. Let me write the sales first. Sales is going to be 33,600 because 34,200 we can't produce into 66. So what is the amount of sales?
2217600.
2217600. So less variable cost, that includes direct material, then direct labor, then other variable cost. So let's see. इसको जरा हम रब करते हैं इसको. So direct material is going to be 33,600 multiplied by 6.27. Okay. What is the amount of direct material?
210672.
210672. Then we are going to have the direct labor, and that is going to be 33,600 multiplied by the normal, direct labor will come in two different portions. So let me rub it up. The direct labor will come in two different portions. So let me show you. I will go here little so that I can. That is 28,000 units will be paid at the normal rate 43.16, but for the additional units 5,600 we are supposed to pay it as 1.5 times the basic rate, which is 53.95. You can tell me both the options, both answers.
1208480.
12084. इतना ज़्यादा? Are you sure? No.
Yes, sir.
We calculate it again. That would be more suitable. Okay, tell me.
सर यही है 1208480.
जी 120
8480.
8480. Okay. Next, 5600 into 53.95.
302120.
302120. 302120. Okay. And other variable cost we can calculate. That is for the all units. That is 33,600 multiplied by 2.24.
75264.
752640.
No. 75264.
आगे 7526.
4. जीरो नहीं आएगा सर, इतना ही है.
Okay. Now let's go for the total of the variable cost. We will subtract the variable cost from this and we will get the contribution.
सर टोटल है 1796536.
1796536. ठीक है जी. Now you can subtract and you will get the contribution. 1796536. If anyone can calculate also regarding the amounts.
421064.
064. Okay, yes, that's right. Less fixed cost. There is no change in fixed cost in the particular option A. That is 374,000 and we will get the profit for the year. So let's find the profit for the year.
47064.
47064. 47064 is going to be the. So that is the profit from we have calculated through option A. So we are done with that. Now let's move on to the next option B. Option B states that borrow 20,000 at an interest rate of 8% per annum to finance improvement to machinery. So that interest cost will increase our fixed cost. Machine will be depreciated at 20% per annum. Remember that 20,000 is the cost of the machinery and 8% is the interest, which will increase fixed cost. And same is the case with 20,000 into 20%. That is the depreciation. Most of the students have found very difficulty in this question that they said to me after coming from the paper, not paper, after solving the question that sir, cost of machine की तो दे ही नहीं हुई थी, deduction किस में निकालते? Oh, 20,000 ही है. Cost of material will be reduced to $3 per kg. Reduced by any. And a pricing campaign will be launched at a cost of 5,000 per month. Per month, we have to calculate annual profit. So 5,000 into 12. 60,000 will be the increase in fixed cost. The factory will operate at full capacity without the need for overtime working. So there is no overtime. Factory will operate at full capacity means 28,000 units. Selling price per unit will remain unchanged. So let's solve the question again. Okay, so I will write here. Selling price, as he said, it will not change. So sales is going to be 28,000 multiplied by 69. So what is the amount of sales now? सर आपने इसमें डाटा जो है वो जनरेट नहीं किया. We don't need that because it's a quite simple question. That's why. So tell me.
1932,000.
Less variable cost. Variable cost we include direct material, then direct labor, then other variable cost. So let's calculate them. So direct material, he clearly, examiner has said that direct material cost will now be $3, not 6.6, not 6.27. It will decrease to $3. So what is the amount of direct material?
84,000.
84,000. There is nothing mentioned regarding direct labor, so it will remain the same. 28,000 into 43.16.
1208480.
Yes, and other variable cost 28,000 into 2.24.
62720.
So let's go for the total. There is no other variable cost incurred. So we will subtract sales less all variable cost. We will get the contribution
1355200.
1355200, and the contribution is going to be
576800.
Now we'll subtract less fixed cost. And there are three types of fixed cost. You can add all them up, or you can do whatever you want to. 374,000 plus 20,000 into 8% is going to be 1,600, which is the interest cost. And 20,000 into 20% is going to be the depreciation, which is 4,000. So that is going to be the fixed cost, which will be subtracted from contribution to get the profit. Sir, I can't understand this. Let's see that. 20,000 into 8%, it becomes 1,600. That is the interest cost, because we'll take it, 8% per annum. We have to solve the question per annum. Machine will be depreciated at 20%. So 20,000 into 20%, 4,000 is the depreciation, which is again increase in the fixed cost. And there is also an increase in the fixed advertisement campaign, which is again the fixed cost of 5,000 per month. So that it will be 5,000 per month. So it will be advertising. I can write it now because it is a bigger amount. That will be 60,000, because 5,000 into 12. So that is 60,000. So what is the total of this first? Tell me. 374,000 plus 4,000, 378,000 and 379600, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you can subtract to find the profit. सर अगर हम इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट सेपरेटली लिख लें कोई बात नहीं, डेप्रिसिएशन और मशीन की सेपरेटली लिख लें, व्हाई नॉट, गो फॉर इट, नो प्रॉब्लम.
सर एडवर्टाइजिंग तो इसमें ऐड होगी ना?
ऐड मतलब माइनस होनी है, सिर्फ इंक्रीज इन द फिक्स कॉस्ट.
नहीं, फिक्स कॉस्ट में तो ऐड होगी.
You can write it separately, or you can add up all the fixed cost and then you can write it down, no matter.
One 137,200.
137,200 is going to be the profit for the year. So in option B, our profit is much higher than the profit we are currently achieving. Both the options will give us more profit than what we are currently achieving, which is 42,500. But especially the option A will not achieve our target profit. Option B is achieving our target profit, and we are not supposed to decrease the selling price also. No need of decrease the selling price, right? And we are able to produce at the maximum level of factory capacity also. We don't need to pay overtime premium to any of the employees. All labor will not be redundant, because 28,000 is the capacity, so labor will be utilized. Even direct material cost has been decreased to 3. That is a good deal, because maybe we are getting a healthy trade discount. It has been decreased from 6.6 to 3. So it's very good. And we are able to sell at the normal selling price. we're able to sell the units at the normal selling price of 69. But there is
Sir,
an increase in the fixed cost. Yes, there is an increase in the fixed cost because of interest costs will increasing, and that loan has to be repaid back. Interest cost will obviously decrease profit, and depreciation on machine will have to be entertained, and we have to pay the machine. We have to purchase the machine. There is an outflow of cash, but and we have to go for an advertising campaign of 60,000, which is a heavy amount. Maybe it might be possible that advertisement might not increase the sales volume, right? We are able to sell 28,000 units now because we believe that 60,000 of advertisement will help us. So it might not increase that way, right? But because we are achieving a higher profit, so we'll go for option B. In option A, we have to, the direct material cost is decreasing because of the bulk discount, and direct labor, we have to pay more because of the additional units we are producing over time, and fixed costs will remain the same. There is no change, and decrease in the selling price also. Yes, what you were telling me? Yes, Aziz.
कुछ नहीं सर, कुछ नहीं,
Okay, okay,
कुछ नहीं.
okay. So option A, option B, and then you have to advise the director which option they should choose, taking account of financial and non-financial factors. Financial factors I've discussed with you. Beta, non-financial factors includes four things. What is the reaction of the customer? How the competitors will react? Employees are motivated or demotivated. Either they will be redundant or not. And the last thing about the supplier. Either the suppliers will be able to supply the same quality of material and we have good relation with the supplier. So these are the non-financial factors. Total are 30. 30 means that if you have 7 marks given or 5, whatever, 5 marks means 4 points, advantage, 4 points and 1 decision. Here you will go for 3 points, 3 points favor or unfavor, whatever, and 3 more points, 6 points, and 1 the decision with the with a point, with a valid point. You can go for like that. So this is going to be the end of the our you know our part of the story. We are done with that. So thank you very much then. Okay then. Any problem you can ask me.